Hello, folks. Welcome back to 3 at 3. Every business day, we try to bring you the unusual option activity that we've seen that day, and or some of the sentiment that we've tracked from Twitter and Reddit, and display it for you, let you know what we're doing, and then, of course, you have to decide what you would like to do with that information. So with that as a backdrop, let's get started with unusual option activity for the 2nd of March, 2022. Pilgrim's Pride already working, just pointing it out. And if you put $23,000 down yesterday to buy 1,000 shares of stock, which you could have done, good for you. You're up, let's see, what is that, about $1.40, huh? Great, nothing to complain about, but you made $1.40 on a $23 investment. It's a pretty small percentage. On the other hand, if you were to have bought the 23 calls in Pilgrim's Pride and the stock moved up to 24.54, you're already a much happier and richer camper today. Just giving you an idea of the sort of things you can do if you understand trading and you understand the leverage, which does cut both ways. One of the trade-offs for an option is, of course, that it is a decaying asset. Now, these assets were all the way out in September. Somebody's making a long-term bet here that PPC goes higher. Okay, great. I want to be with them on that ride. I hope to roll this up several times. But right now, I'm very happy with the performance, and I'm sure those of you who joined in anyway by selling puts, selling put spreads, doing calls, doing call spreads, you're all pretty happy right now. Here is SoFi, one that I talked about. Just Wednesday last week, we talked about it, I think, on the halftime report. And these options expire in 2 more days on Friday, the 4th of March. So that's deep end of the pool stuff, folks, because when we put it on, they only had 1 week to live. They were right at the money. It doesn't get any closer to at the money than with stock trading at $10 and they're buying the $10 calls. But when you look at what happened, there you go. If you made a 98-cent investment, it went to $3. So call it $1 to $3. You made a very handsome 200% return. And you could have sold it over $13, the stock, against your calls, exercised your calls even, or as you see, the daily range on those calls, they did hit 13 just after. In fact, look where they opened, $12.95. So you couldn't have screwed it up too bad. You had to get somewhere over $12.90 for this. For something, I'm sorry, the stock opened at $12.95, but the stock has traded up to 13. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, get a little excited about winning trades. Crypto conversation. I've got 2 more great conversations coming your way shortly. I'm about to do them down here in Puerto Rico with a couple of crypto enthusiasts, and we'll be posting that up at cryptoconvo.com. That's cryptoconvo.com. Share it with a friend. Please let us know what you think. Hopefully you'll love it and you keep coming back. Okay, let's talk about regional jets. ERJ is regional jets. That's what they do. They bought 6,000 plus of the April 1750 calls. Now this stock, ERJ, is estimated to have earnings basically coming our way next week, the 9th. Now, we don't know for sure. It is a Brazilian company, but nonetheless, we suspect that earnings are probably within the time frame of this trade. So stock's just under 14. They're buying $3.50 out of the money calls. I like it. I think people are returning to travel, and I think there is demand for their product, in particular for regional jets, because, of course, when an airline puts a bunch of us collectively on a regional jet, they make a lot of money on us because the pilots are not nearly as expensive as they are for the big jets. Second trade of the day is the USO, the U.S. Oil Trust, USO. 73.5 is where the stock's trading. They're buying July 79 calls. So those are March April, May, June, July, 5 months into the future. Okay. So a lot of time, not a lot of time decay, but they are basically $3.50, $3.40 out of the money. So you have to decide, do you buy in at the money and sell higher as it rallies? That's my intent. Or do you just buy those 79 calls and say, boy, if we blow it through 120 to the upside, we're going to see a lot of interest in this sector. You decide how to trade it. You could also sell put spreads. Again, I can't pull the trigger for any of you for your trades, but I can tell you what I would do. And what I have done is bought the at the money calls. Final trade, Nvidia, or I know a lot of you correct me all the time. It's not Nvidia, John, it's NVIDIA, NVIDIA, the letter N and then Nvidia. Okay, NVIDIA. 9,000 of the weekly March 240 calls. So they did this with the stock trading at just below 240. Stock has moved to 242, and those calls that were purchased for 330 this morning are now already 560. So you already have a pretty close to 50% return in just hours on a limited risk call. What I will call your attention to is that you have to be willing to take profits quickly. So you've already got 230 in the bank if you bought them when we bought them this morning. If you're a subscriber and you bought them then, congratulations. If you're not a subscriber and you're seeing it now, I'm just cautioning you to be careful. Some of that fast money, the 9,000 that bought these calls, is probably taking profits right now. Are they going to run to 250 or higher, the stock, and thus these calls go deeper in the money, perhaps $7 to $10 for these calls? Sure, could happen. But I would say be careful because the time decay is extreme. That's going to do it for us today, folks. If you'd like to learn how we trade and how you could trade, go to marketrebellion.com/get started. You can get started in trading stock, options, or crypto. Like I said, I'm about to record crypto right now, heading over into the office to do that. Encourage you to check out cryptoconvo.com and make sure that if you are not confident enough yet, we can get you there. Go to marketrebellion.com/get started, and you can have a mentor, you can have a coach, you can do online distance learning. You decide at your pace. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you on the Worldwide Exchange tomorrow morning with Brian Sullivan.